Real excited to be here today and be part of the program that you've pulled together. I'm Jim O'Gara. I'm the CEO at OnMessage, and we are a B2B communications consultancy based here in Dallas. And we really, we started back in 2001, and we specialize in helping executive teams crystallize their go-to-market story and then pull that through the customer experience. So real excited to talk to you today, especially given the last comment that I just heard, which was something to the effect that many of these corporations or corporate buyers don't even know we exist. So, you know, there's some good news and some bad news in that. You know, there's some opportunity for sure. And we're going to talk about how can you deliver a story that really matters and truly impacts business performance, given the world that we live in today. Ultimately, what you're trying to do is connect with them, okay, on an emotional and economic and experiential level. We live in a need it now, faster, productivity addicted environment, okay? And there's some very positive things that go along with that. But what it means for us, for people that are actually trying to develop and deliver a clear, compelling, and consistent story to our buyer, is it's harder to capture their attention, okay, and engage them for any extended period of time. Buyers are not sitting down and consuming your novel, okay? They're not reading the story from end to end. It's not continuous and connected. It's actually consumed through a bunch of interwoven micro messages and moments that they experience with you and your company throughout the buying journey. Wow, that actually changes things, right? And what that does is it means we need to relook at really three dimensions of our story: simplicity, structure, and sentiment. Okay? We need to simplify. We just talked about it. Attention spans are shrinking. Content is actually exponentially increasing. We're consuming media all the time. We just can't remember it all. We have short-term memories to begin with. So we've got to simplify our message and our story. Second is structure. We've got to start rethinking about how we build our story and how that story is assembled based on the different touch points that we utilize to engage our buyer throughout the buying process. And then the third is sentiment. We have to think about how we're pulling them in emotionally and connecting with them in a meaningful way so that we can actually hold their attention for a longer period of time and move them through a sales cycle. So as you think about and take away from this little conversation we've had today, think about the changes that might be required in your story in order to connect in more meaningful ways with the buyers that you interact with, both online and offline. Because just like Apple, they don't treat it as a marketing function, okay? Their story drives everything, all the way down to product design, okay, and development. And it's consistent. I wish I would have remembered the statistic, but I caught it on my way down here. It was something to the effect of only 43% of B2B buyers actually think that companies deliver on their promise. So let's draw this picture again, and what you'd see is separation of story and experience. You can't do that anymore. We live in a transparent world, okay? So the leaders are going to intrinsically connect their story with their strategy and the experience that they're actually capable and willing to commit to delivering.